What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and these are 5 things I think you guys should know going into Shadow of the Colossus. Now, this is kind of a mixture between a beginner's guide and just what I think you guys should generally keep aware of the first time you're going into Shadow of the Colossus. Mainly, this video is for people that have never played Shadow of the Colossus. I had played it very, very little up until actually playing it on the remaster for PS4. So this is kind of coming from a new player to a new player. The first thing you should know is that this game doesn't exactly hold your hand, and yet it kind of does. The game starts, it gives you a little bit of a cutscene, it gives you a little story, and then it kind of lets you go off and do whatever you want in the game. And now the game will let you explore, but you do have a path you tend to have to follow and a order you have to kill the Colossi in. And in order to do that, you're going to have to use your sword. You have to hold R1, and that'll beam a light to your sword and direct you in the general area of where the Colossi is. You follow that and you go from there. Number 2 is the controls. So the controls have been reworked a little bit in this game. They tried to keep a lot of the base material from the original Shadow of the Colossus in this game, and I think they've done a phenomenal job. We're going to have a review very soon on the channel on this game, but the controls themselves aren't the greatest in the world, but they're not like The Last Guardian bad. They're pretty good overall. They work. Riding the horse is a little bit difficult, especially when you're trying to steer him, but overall, especially when you're just walking, the controls overall feel a little bit better. But just so you know, heading into the game, this is not a modern PS4 game feel. This is no Uncharted 4. This is no God of War. This is going to feel a little bit different, and it has a little bit of a learning curve in order to truly be able to control your character and you when you're on top of your horse. Number 3 is to know kind of the structure of the game. This kind of goes just how to expect what this game is all about. You're going to have a cutscene. You're going to have to go off on your own. You're going to have to find the Colossi. You're going to have to kill the Colossi. And then the game will give you a mini cutscene, kind of tell you the general description of your next Colossi, as well as its general location, and then off you go. So that's pretty much the basic step of each time you kill a Colossi and how the game is going to push you forward in the game. Number 4 is to know how to beat the Colossi. Now, the Colossi kind of start a little bit easy. They all have weaknesses on them, right? That's the number one thing. You have to figure out what their weaknesses are. A thing that the game lets you do and actually gives you a trophy if you do it a certain amount of times is if you shine your sword at the right spot and the light will direct you where, you can see the weak spot on the Colossi before you even get on top of them. So you'll see where you eventually need to go in order to stab them and ultimately kill them. But each one has its own pattern. Each one has its own thing that it does that you have to figure out what it is that makes that Colossi tick, in a sense, and then you have to try and get on top of it and stab the correct area. Some Colossi only have to stab one area. When you start getting into the game, it'll switch, and you'll have to do multiple weak spots on the Colossi in order to kill them. And the number 5 thing about this game is its look. So expect a beautiful looking game and a beautiful sounding game. This game has been, in a way, rebuilt from the ground up. Now, they kind of have said a little bit that it's not exactly rebuilding or just building it in general from the ground up, but kind of layering it on top of what it already was. I can tell you from playing it, the visual quality is spectacular. It's got a little bit of Zelda in it. It's got a little bit of The Last Guardian in it, but it's really, really pretty. The Colossi look beautiful. Your character looks very good. The environment, the grass, the hair, the horse, all look extremely good. So when you jump into this game, first thing you're going to notice, not the 5th, is just how spectacular this game looks. It's a truly beautiful game. I wouldn't be surprised if people are talking about this throughout the whole year. Yes, it did look beautiful when it first came out, kind of in a different way because of the art style. But right now in the remake, Blue Point Games has done a phenomenal job at making it look like a PS4 game, and it looks absolutely stunning. Everywhere you turn, this game looks beautiful. So those are just some basic things I think you guys should know heading into Shadow of the Colossus. Let me know in the comments below what I missed or what you would kind of recommend people know going into the game. Make sure you check out our channel. We're actually giving away Shadow of the Colossus, so make sure you check that video out. Enter the giveaway if you feel, or tell other people that may not know about the giveaway that we're giving away Shadow of the Colossus. You need to comment on one of these special videos in order to win the game. That's one of the requirements, so make sure you guys do that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share this video, and we will see you guys over the next upcoming days. We have many more Shadow of the Colossus videos coming.